Hey there, this has been at Buffoonery Incorporated. Somebody once asked me how I come up with ideas, and then how do I form them into workable things. So let's talk about that. I'm a believer that humans are not good at creating new things. We take things that we have seen and rearrange them, we reverse them, we reshape them, we take bits and pieces of different things and mix them together. So anything or parts of anything can be ideas. If I hear something or I think of something, I try to put a note somewhere, like a screenshot on my phone or forwarding a video to myself. I've got a notes app on my phone. I've also got a folder on my computer of unused ideas. And a lot of those are ideas that I'm working on. Some of them I feel like might help me with later on ideas. And some of them are what I use to fill in the blanks of ideas that I'm having. And then there's some that are just names. And I guess here are some examples of that. I have a page of NPC names, and they're just names that I like that I haven't used. Sometimes they're funny, sometimes I heard or saw them somewhere else, sometimes I misheard them. Some of those as example are Orts, Wilbo Bilbo, Snork, and Quimberly. I also have an odd ideas note. And this one is more like business names or simple ideas, non-main storyline ideas. These can be background or like side quests, maybe something that takes a session or a couple. There's like a chicken restaurant named the Fustercluck, or there's the Smorgasbordello, or like a heist, or something like an old wizard dies and leaves his castle to someone and they need help clearing out all the traps. Smaller kinds of things that can lead into a session or two. And then I have notes labeled arcs and campaigns. And these are mainly broad ideas that help make the settings. So a couple examples of these are the mayor of Kingstown. And that's 7 prisons in a 10-mile range. There's about 20,000 prisoners and about 50,000 people living in the surrounding areas working there. The police are like a gang, the guards are like a gang. Inside the prison itself, there's a few different gangs. Then there's one person that kind of juggles all the communications between them. And to me, this sounds like it should be somewhere in the 9 hells. And it should be something like everyone works at the prisons in torturing the people that are in hell or something, and I just haven't come up with the other side of that one yet. Another one is The Gangster, the Cop, and the Devil. And that's a movie about a crime boss and a detective working together to try to catch a serial killer. In the trailer, it shows the crime boss giving a little girl an umbrella, and then she gets killed because somebody thinks that is the crime boss. But it isn't the rival gang that does it, it's the serial killer. And I like it being somebody else, that idea. And maybe it starts a war between a couple of gangs. And then maybe that person takes out some of the higher up members. But who is the serial killer? Are they a descendant from a gang that they thought was killed off, like Helena Bertinelli from Harley Quinn? Are they a random vigilante like Batman or Punisher? Or is it like a smaller gang that wants to create a power vacuum to take over? I then have parts that I use to fill in, and those are modules, traps, puzzles, riddles, just things that I can plug into stories to make them fun. And this is more like the mechanical bits. So when it comes to actually curating ideas and coming up with how I put them together, so I don't dream when I sleep. That started when I went through puberty, but I'm an avid daydreamer. And so that's what I use to really go through and work on the ideas, is I'll tell myself stories in my head. Sometimes the stories exist with changes that I prefer, sometimes I reskin them specifically for D&D, sometimes I'll take 2 or 3 or 4 different ideas and make something new out of them, and then shape them into something I like. Then I'll write it out, and then I'll start the story again. I'll do that a couple of times, and then compare everything and pick out what I like. I'll do a couple of videos with some more specifics, and I hope that helps explain or show the steps and processes a little bit more in detail. But as for now, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Grab your dice and let's get nerdy.